better bet your bottom dollar Bitcoin's here to stay.
Rob, good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
It's good afternoon for me, but it's first question. What's in the vessel? What's the vessel? What is the vessel? Is that an old jam jar?
Yeah, I guess they would call it like a mason jar these days. It's a white wine and soda, otherwise known as a spritzer. But like, if you don't want to lose your masculinity, then you ask for a white wine and soda.
Is there anything on the jar? Is there anything special?
Just some lemons, your lemon.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, that's good. Just dropping the sound down. There we go. There we go. Just dropping the sound down the touch.
Do you want me to talk quieter?
No. Well,
if I talk quieter, it sounds like I'm swearing.
I'll show you.
I got better volume control if I go 1A.
Whatever's comfortable. There's my vessel. So it's a goblet. It is frosted amber, I would say, and then it goes lighter at the top. And today's juice, just ice. Today's juice is a
Riesling.
It's a Riesling from Alemania.
Is that Riesling? Was that the wine that was in there, or was that like just a bottle that you've already drank and then replaced with your own homebrew?
No, that is Weisswein Alemania.
I bet you didn't buy that.
It's still corked. It's still corked, sir. Gießen. It's Moselle. It's a 2020 Riesling. It's got 0 tasting notes. So it contains sulfates. So I don't know if you can. Where my right front is it? You get the virgin crack. Actually, I should do it Korean because they like how they. Hang on a second. How do those guys do it? Yeah, they do like a presentation. Anyway. No, first up the. So you're doing the white wine soda. I'm doing white wine on ice.
I know you've taken so long. I might have to like go and top up soon.
Prost.
But Prost, Sunday. Nostravi.
Bottoms up, old chap. Oh, that's Moorish. That's Moorish.
Isn't all alcohol? Isn't that the point of it?
Is it though?
In my experience so far, yeah.
That sounds like, if I may.
With a few exceptions, Sambuca being the exception. That's one I'll never go back to.
Yeah. It does sound a little bit like a coping mechanism, but
I believe we call it a crutch or a high functioning alcoholic, which I think these things better ways to describe it. I think there's a lot of high functioning alcoholics out there. Can you remember
your first drink? Was it in the whiskey cupboard, or was it when Mum had the back turned and grabbed a swig or something, or church maybe? No, was it church?
I can't say I remember my first drink, but I can remember like sipping whiskey out of my mum's whiskey bottle. She used to have like a drinks trolley, and she'd have like whiskey, gin, all that kind of stuff on that old school 80s. And she like when she had guests, she'd fill a cap of whiskey, and you could take a little sip of it, and we all hated it. But there you go.
So she gave you a taste.
Yeah, she gave us a taste.
And was this part of a celebration, or was it her? She letting her hair down, and then she was maybe her intention was to put you off the devil's drink. Because for a first drink,
I didn't realize this was going therapeutic straight away. But go on. I thought it was going to be about Bitcoin, but we're doing a
I'm
therapy
fascinated.
session.
I'm fascinated. No, the first drink anyone has is not whiskey as a
No,
as a standard.
She did it as a deterrent. So she'd give you a taste of it. You'd taste, and we were fucking young, and you'd be like, "Oh, this is awful," and so you wouldn't touch it, kind of thing. But I would say 12 was my first time I got drunk, and that was with whiskey, and that was with my brother and my sister when my mum was working night shift. My big sister Andrew was out. And they were taking my mum's whiskey and putting it in like a tumbler and giving it to me. And like, yeah, I got fucking hammered. And they were so terrified because Angela came home and saw that I was drunk. And didn't know what my mum was going to do. It might even been a school night. That's serious. I think it's school night.
Exams the next day. So mum's
I did that like when I was 16 in GCSEs. I was washing dishes and I was meant to be doing my GCSEs. I was meant to be studying my GCSEs, but I was working till like 11:30 in the morning in the washing dishes in the Southport hotel. But yeah, there you go.
So mum's technique of making you smoke the whole pack until you're sick. It didn't really work. It kind of it seems like it kind of turned you on to it.
No, I wouldn't say that. I found my own path there.
And it's what is
Yeah.
available. I mean, when you're 12, 13, you didn't go into a shop and go and buy a bottle of single malt.
No, but what I'm saying is, I don't think I wouldn't look back and say like that first taste of whiskey that my mum gave me as a sort of deterrent to, because when you're 6, 7 years old and you taste whiskey, it's like fucking acid on your tongue. It doesn't. I mean, to be fair, she wasn't exactly drinking, single malt, but yeah, I wouldn't say that was like my gateway to alcohol. She didn't do that. I definitely found my own way to alcohol by far.
Well, it's a vice. It's a vice.
Yeah, crutch, vice, whatever you want to use, I'm not snorting fentanyl, I'm not doing a zombie walk, and I don't drink drive. I can have a beer in the airport at 6:30 in the morning and have one beer and not like drink the whole fucking bar dry. It's not what time you drink, it's how much you drink. It's when you can stop.
It's the last one.
Takes a while to get there.
It's the last one, isn't it? That's usually the bad one.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Not the 5 or 10 or 15 or what took you to get there. It's the last one. I shouldn't have had it the last one. There are quite a few.
I don't normally remember the last one. If I'm in that mood, I don't remember it. So.
Yeah. It is common, I think, especially with men and blokes, and it is a release trigger, and you go.
I haven't done that in a long time, though. I haven't done that in a very long time. You're probably talking like 10 years since I've been drunk, like stupid, don't know what I'm doing.
Well, there's consequences. There's consequences to it. You
Yeah,
know, how,
it is.
I mean, previously you've ruined a day or you've ruined a weekend. If you do it now, you'll be still you'll probably be put off for a week.
Yeah, but people still do it. I don't know where like that. You know, people don't give a shit at some point that they yeah they'll let it take the full grip.
Mm, yeah. Well, that's human nature, isn't it? It's you do your gambling, you do your women, or men, or both. Sex. I'm talking about sex. Gambling. Booze, drugs, sex. Uh, what would other vices be? Maybe like consumerism. Cars and watches, and you want to you want to dress like a wealthy person. You buy that. What? Just like topical. As you know, I don't keep in touch, but this Swatch thing, I was fascinated by this. Like Swatch, all these stores around the world are having to close the shop because people are going crazy over a $400, quite a revolting watch. I don't know. Are you aware of that? So like, Swatch?
I've heard of Swatch here. They've been around for a while, a long while.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
around
Well,
when we were kids. But
yeah,
no,
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know
yeah.
anything about this.
Yeah, so it's like the latest thing. I actually thought they'd gone bust. I didn't realize they were still around. But as I said, I don't consider myself to be the latest, to following the latest fashion. And Swatch brand they've done a collab with somebody else who we didn't know. We'll say the Vuittons. They've done a collab with the Louis Vuittons. It wasn't them. It was someone else. Beside the point. So they've done a special piece, and this thing hasn't got a strap. It's on a string. I think you're supposed to wear it as like a pendant, or so it's like a nurse watch, but it's on a. Yeah, the detail.
You mean
But
a pocket watch? It's called a pocket watch. It's been around a while.
I think it's yeah.
Pocket watch.
So they're doing a
Chain, string, it's the same fucking thing.
but it's got all garish colours. It's all garish colours. I've
Like
got to a
gold
point.
and silver.
No, like red, like vivid red on like orange and white, and then
Okay, so they reinvented the pocket watch.
yeah, and
Rebranded the pocket watch. Sorry.
well, it was a short release. And I suppose that's part of the consumerism as well. Is the point I was saying before was, people dress like a wealthy person and want to feel like a wealthy person, yet they're not a wealthy person. So one of these things is this watch, which is my opinion is damn ugly, and it's $400, and they have to employ doormen. There's security there. They're usually on there at a Swatch store, and there's queues down the road, like people camped out overnight. I think probably a big portion of it is the revalue. People are selling this thing on, they're buying it for 400, they're selling it for 1,000 on eBay because it's the scarcity thing. So there's limited numbers. It's a common thing.
It's been around forever. Yeah.
No, it's a brand new. It's a brand new product. It's a brand new product.
Yeah, that tactic has been used forever. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it was perfected in 2009 when Satoshi Nakamoto. see how I turned it to Bitcoin. The limited is a fixed supply.
Would have known like 10,000 years of gold trading, but go on, carry on. Satoshi Nakamoto, whatever.
Yeah,
invented the Bitcoin, and then scarcity became a thing. Go on. Yeah, it's been around a while, but carry on.
Well,
Swatch scarcity. It's the same thing. It's all about the iPhone, the original iPhone. Remember, we were kids, people queued out and camped out for that shit.
I never had an iPhone. I never had. I've never queued. I've never queued for any. The only thing I've queued for is for a meal in a van A hot meal, a meal in the van at the side of the road.
Yeah, but you're what you're talking about, the Swatch thing, the same thing we've seen like any successful brander has done.
In the playbook, yeah.
Yeah, creates interest and then, denies a certain percentage of the availability and, it creates a scarcity and people want more, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Yeah. But gold isn't scarce though, because it's always dug out of the ground.
Well, yeah, diamonds aren't scarce, but they're dug out of the ground and they're put in the fucking safe and you're not allowed to ever see them ever again until, the prices go higher.
Well, the lab grown, have you seen the lab grown?
Oil isn't scarce. I mean, when we were in school, wasn't it like you're gonna run out of oil in like 20 years? You're gonna run out of oil in 20, and then every fucking week, some country, Venezuela, Brazil, finds the biggest deposits of oil in the ground ever. Da 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 da. They say, "Oh shit, look at that! Oh, we're still fucking pumping out 20 million barrels a day, and we're gonna run out next week." Yeah, okay. That's why I'm paying fucking $2.
I'm so proud of myself as a kid. I think I was a great kid, and just on that point, just on that point.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, well, I think a lot of people, if you look really, you go, I was an asshole. I was actually not nice, but I was a great kid. I was a great kid. I'd see me and I'd go, I want to employ. I want that. You're going to work for me. I'd pay that kid to work for me.
I don't think you were ever a kid. I think you were a kid for about 5, and then you read the Financial Times or something, and then it all changed.
It was yeah.
You were way mature about everybody else, like mentally anyway.
I was born a Bitcoiner. I was born with a beard. But in school, in school, I remember the teachers coming in, and they would be, 30. I mean, they seemed ancient, but they would have been 30, 40, 50. So not really old considering we're there. And they've gone in as an adult and spoke to a child who's 12, 13, 14 and gone, within 15 years, all the oil's gone. We have to go solar. We have to go, wind turbines. And wind turbines are terrible. They're terrible. It's not constant supply. It's but yeah, to your point, it's bountiful. There is plenty of food. There's plenty of resources. It's just the allocation is the issue. I've still got this. What I haven't got to grips with is these kids digging cobalt. In the bloody Congo. That just sticks with me. That's just. I don't know. You got these guys in China and stuff. It's not funny. It's serious. I'm talking about the child labor. When I said before about,
I feel like you paid me. You paid me. I'm not drunk enough to get baited yet into that argument.
No, I'm not baiting you. I'm just saying, just for me. People talk EV. Oh, we need EVs to solve the air.
You're the biggest proponent of AI. Yet you're saying that you're not on board with, mothers with 1-year-olds on the back digging out fucking cobalt, stones, rocks, or whatever you want to call it. It's the same thing. Like, where the fuck do you think it comes from?
Hang on a second. So you're blaming me, and I've got no AI.
I haven't blamed you or anything. I'm just saying that you're the biggest backer of like an AI revolution, but
you can't avoid it. It's the future.
Exactly. I'm with you 100%. Like totally.
Try and resist it. Try and resist
it. Don't want to resist it.
You're sounding like a Luddite.
I'm fine with it. But how are you going to get there? How are you going to get there? And the way you're going to get there, and the way Muskie Boy and fucking Altman and whatever these fucking inbred autistic boys are going to do, is via having some 1-year-old on the back of a mother digging out some shitty ore from the ground.
Yeah.
That's how it's going to do it, and that's how. Like, I'm not against the AI revolution, evolution. I just want to make. I just don't want us. Like, yeah, the industrial revolution was great, but there was fucking starvation all over the place. Like, the industrial revolution spawned the fucking colonization, like the industrial style colonization of the world. Oh, you're frozen.
No. I'm
What?
listening. I'm listening to a Luddite educating me.
You're not listening to a Luddite. There's no plan. There is zero plan.
Oh
It's
well,
just
yeah,
it's just this is going to create abundance. We don't know how yet, but every other revolution has created abundance,
yeah.
which is true. But every other fucking revolution didn't have both physical and cognitive jobs getting destroyed at the same time. And this is what this revolution is going to do. And the people in charge of it are just all about, we've got to get there first. Not how are we going to get there? Are we going to build a society that's stable enough to accept this new technology? It's just, we've got to get there first and we'll figure all the rest of the shit. Same shit every single time. Every single time.
We have seen the story before. Yeah, yeah.
Every time. Not before. Every fucking time. And
It's
same again.
well. I mean, we agreed before that there is abundance. There is plenty of abundance. So it's the 1% into the 99, but now with the 0.1% going into the 99.9, and we're rapidly, because it's not linear, it's inverse. So we're rapidly heading to the 0.01%. And then the 90,
worse than that.
yeah. So but just the point with the technology, I don't know how you label me with AI. I don't think you can avoid it, and I don't think you should. There are there are many benefits. You can be the dude in the woods in the cabin, but
This is what we both want to be.
but isn't it better? I think that's a deep man thing in the hypothalamus. It's the old lizard brain. The old lizard
I've never
brain.
been to the hypothalamus. Is it nice? Is it pretty nice?
I actually rented a place there. I went down, caught some tracks with the fly rod, caught some lovely, smoked a cigar on the deck. It was the hypothalamus was lovely, beautiful
I
sunset.
had someone. Yeah, there you go. We're going for a walk.
Okay. I mean, we could have a pause if you want. Oh no, we'll go for a walk. Yeah, I guess you need another. You're having. I know you a little bit. You're gonna have another drink. I'm gonna have another drink because I'm dry. So, are you sticking with the same?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you mind? Do you mind just doing the label? I mean, maybe some tasting notes.
No, I'm fucking not doing that.
Okay. I mean, you could possibly get some sponsorship from this viral video.
You mean this video? It's not going to be sponsorship. It's box wine. Where's the camera?
It's not picking. We're just seeing your.
No, the camera. No, the camera doesn't pick it up.
Yeah, off grid, baby, off grid. We're just seeing your beautiful off cabin. Are they concrete walls? Looks like concrete walls. You've got you got San Pedro. You got some cacti. You got some sand. Are they cacti or a succulent?
Yeah, it's all from IKEA. It's all good.
Oh,
Smorgasbord.
how long's my mic been muted? I think I just muted my mic. We may have been muted a long time. I can edit that. Can I? No, I'm not. No, Ed.
So this whole time we've been muted on this thing.
No, I don't think so. I don't think. I just had a tickle in my throat, and I was just going to avoid you from hearing me making bodily noises. I think it'd be one. No edit. No edit. Like
Exactly.
just like your good friend Peter Thiel, we're going forward, straight forward.
Oh, that guy's a maniac. That guy is full-blown maniac.
I can trigger you, so it's not even fun. It's just a hobby now. I can trigger.
Come on, he is a full-blown, like, he would be happy to see the end of the world.
I'm going to take the opposite. I'm going to take the opposite side of this. Don't you think he's very articulate? And when he speaks, you hang on the edge of your seat for every word, isn't it? Don't you find his grasp of the English language?
Maybe his boyfriend sits at the end of the seat as he's sucking the guys. Now I know you can't post that.
No edits. No edits. That guy's Peter Thiel's a futurist.
Well, yeah, that's true. Depends what kind of future you're looking for, but
I'm not entirely sure if he thinks about it too much. You get these guys where money is.
That's true. That's true.
But where you know when money's not a problem, and then no. I'm talking. you know.
Well, I've never had that feeling in my life. So, please.
I'll explain it to you. You wake up and you're so full of angst, and
it sounds like a lot like every day. But yeah, go on.
No, this is different. This is different. This is beyond. This is beyond money. This is beyond money problems. You've got to think.
The choices. Yeah.
Yeah. You've got to think. Do I work out first, or do I clean the chickens out now, or do I do it later, or shall I just?
This is your life. This isn't Peter Thiel. This is you. Thiel or Thiel? I don't know what to say.
Do I have 3 coffees, or do I have a 4th one? How far do we push the needle? These are the dilemmas that Peter Thiel, billionaire, has.
Yeah, well, I mean, 4 coffees, Jesus Christ. My dilemma would be worse than nearest toilet.
I would, that reminds me, just mentioning futurism, there's a Robin Williams thing, and he had a throwaway bit about using the power of explosions after morning coffee. And if there was only some way you could harness the power, it's in the morning. That's when the biggest. But guys get up. They do I think particularly the Americans. they've got the filter coffee. They got the 1 liter
drip coffee. Yeah.
They would call it maybe a quart. Hey, I'm gonna have me a quart of coffee. So they get up and they have a quart of.
Nobody says that.
A pint of coffee.
A quart of vodka. No, I mean, fuck it. Yeah, maybe.
What would Americans say? Okay. So you go in. So I'm American.
They do ounces. They're all ounces. It's like 16 ounces, 18 ounces.
Okay.
But 16 ounces of coffee is a big coffee.
Okay. So I take you to somewhere real nice, real nice. Right. I take you to Denny's. And then the only reason is because
you've taken me to Denny's before.
Yeah.
Probably because we had a free voucher.
Because I had vouchers. Yeah. And then we'll tip there's something about a strange woman calling me honey. You'll come back, honey. You hear? G'day, honey. Struth, cracky dink. Oh, that's what would you say? Y'all.
Mate, those pancakes that we had in Australia
How do Americans say hello? Howdy, howdy, y'all. Hey, honey, come and have a coffee.
Hey, y'all.
Hey,
Yeah.
honey. Hey, honey. Yeah, but they throw. I like the
Wait.
honey. I like a woman who's 40, 50 years my senior, who's working in Denny's for tips, and she would rather be anywhere else. Call me honey. I just quite like it. And you know, I tip her. So I go in. So I get 32 ounces of coffee, and then you blow the back doors out. And Robin Williams' things was, if only there was some way of harnessing that energy, we could power cities. I'm just thinking. I mean, this is a workshop session. But what about we workshop this and we present it to Peter Thiel as an energy production business? What do you
think? Marvelous.
Okay.
Marvelous idea.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Name in progress.
Keep the Robin Hood story. I'm sure you'll be engrossed by it.
What was the Robin Hood story?
Sorry, the Robin Williams story.
Where does Robin Hood come into this? So Peter Thiel's Robin Hood. Okay, so we go in. So it's like Dragon's Den. Okay, me and you. I'll have to pay for you.
That fucking O'Leary guy. Oh my god.
I'll have to pay for you. We'll fly to Thiel's lair in a mountain, and we'll go in. We'll present the coffee rocket.
You could probably cycle there. He's in New Zealand, isn't he?
The coffee rocket. Okay, I'll fly you to me, and then we'll cycle to Peter Thiel's lair. Actually, he has got one of our systems for wastewater. Do you want to talk about wastewater pump systems? No, you don't.
I've never wanted to talk about anything so much in my life.
He has got a layer, yeah. So I'll fly you here, and then we'll present the coffee rocket with infinite energy potential. We just need to. I feel as if we're close. We just need to knock some of the edges off. What do you think?
Marvelous idea. I'm sure he'd take a meeting with us, no problem. Too degenerate. Off this podcast alone, I don't see why he wouldn't use or hire us as a consultant of some sort.
How are you going to talk to him and get past his dogs with like lasers for eyes?
Yeah. Isn't he? Oh no, I shouldn't say that. I was going to say something else. He's
no edit.
You have to self-edit, buddy. Otherwise, you may never have a career again. Especially if anything's getting recorded. That's how the deep state want it. Self-censorship. It's the ultimate goal. It's the ultimate form of control. Self-censorship, of course.
Well, I mean, COVID was an example of that. You know, the neighbors ringing on the neighbors, and this guy.
Do you know what? I hear about COVID all the time from people, and honestly, I didn't have the same experience of COVID that everybody else had. I worked more than I've ever worked in all my life. Like, they laid off in my company, my former company, they laid off all the contractors who had taken over the old town that I worked at. I'm going to say town. It was like 30,000 people in Canmore, 30,000 people. You know, you're talking about 60,000 people probably, surrounding areas included. And they laid them all off and basically said, you're the only one who knows that area. So, you know, can you go work there as well? And I was like, fucking sweet. You're paying my gas. You give me, I worked shit tons over COVID. I was out everywhere. And then I hear, you know, people in the UK and they're telling me stories where they were locked in the house for 18 hours a day, yada yada. I'm like, man, I did not have that. That wasn't my COVID. Alex, her COVID was, you know, because she was flight attendant at the time. So she obviously, everything got grounded. She got laid off or whatever it was, furloughed. And she had a totally different experience because she was at home with the kids by herself, like all the time. And I was working like stupid amount. Yeah, totally weird time. I have a hard time connecting with people when they talk about COVID and being like stuck in a prison. I was like, fuck, mate, I was doing like 700 kilometers a day in drive, and I was all over. So yeah,
Did you enjoy it?
enjoyed the paycheck.
What
Can't
what
tell you
about what about when you see someone and you go, whoa, 2 meters, 2 meters? You know,
I
like
remember
Homeland, like Homeland
I gave this.
Security.
This is how stupid it was at one point, right? I could go on a big fucking story of how stupid it was, but this one time I had this meathead of a dude. Like it was those rules where like I'm gonna put the modem on your doorstep, and then I'm gonna call you, and you're gonna come to the front door, pick the modem up, and take it down to the basement, and you're gonna put it into the only live coax cable that could be there. But these were a lot of the homes were new builds, and so the builders then put connectors on them. And so I had to teach this guy like from 5 meters away how to put like an RG11 connector onto a piece of RG11 cable, and you have to use like a bit of. We have strippers, super easy. Strip it like a little 1 inch piece off the top, nice and clean. Put it down, put the connector on. But he had to use a switchblade, like a Stanley knife. And I was telling him what he needed to do, like put the cable down, cut the cable down, cut the cable down, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, okay, sweet. So he went downstairs, and then 5 minutes goes by, 10 minutes goes by, 15. I'm like, fuck, it doesn't take this fucking long. And I can see when the modem's coming online from like an app that I've got on my phone. Man, it's gonna take forever. Next thing I know, like he comes up, he's got like a towel around his hand. It's fucking blood red. He's white as a sheet, and he was like this massive fucking dude. And he was like, passing out. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like, dude, what happened? He was like, I used the knife and I slipped and I went through my thumb and fucking cut his hand all. I was like, oh shit. Called an ambulance. The ambulance comes. It's like, yeah, that was my COVID. Stood outside, like watching people self-maim themselves in the sake of having an internet connection.
Well, I mean, he could have ordered from Amazon. He could have ordered, a set of band-aids, some sutures, and now,
Would have been there in 24 hours or less.
high speed fiber. Yeah, of course you're going to give your life for that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
he
it
tried
was
his best.
crazy to think that COVID was just 3 years ago. How time flies.
For you, it was 3 years ago. No, seriously. Even for Alberta, it wasn't like we were done with it by like 21, early 22.
Well, it was seven. It's just a little thing that I did. Yeah, it was 7 years ago, 2019. So, the government experiment. It's pretty crazy. Do you think they? I say they. The lizard overlords. Do you think they could pull that ace again? Because they pulled a hell of an ace. Do you think they could do it again?
What are these questions? Where did these come from? Have you got like a piece of paper? Have you got a paper that you're all over the place? How are we going to like lizard people?
We're talking about COVID and governments. Do you think governments could pull a COVID again?
Of course, 100%.
Do you think really?
Not only that, but the first opportunity they possibly get, they will.
I don't have a piece. No, I don't. I don't have a piece of paper. No, I'm just asking you because. But what would the compliance? Wouldn't the compliance be really poor?
No, it'd be worse. It would be worse. How many
you don't
people?
think?
You said it yourself. Like, how quick were people to call on their neighbor for some fucker walking their dog after hours. They fucking loved it. They enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's. I guess being an optimist, I'm thinking people would say, no, you've crossed the line. You know the George Bush. You tricked me once. You
Shame on you. Yeah.
and then you tricked me. You tricked me twice. And then the point being, you ain't gonna trick me again. Don't. I'd like.
We've been tricked so many times. How
Yeah,
many
but that
fucking
was.
wars have we gone into? Like,
Yeah, that. Yeah, that.
the
Yeah, yeah,
bullshit.
yeah. Well, yeah. That's. You don't often hear about Ukraine now.
Well, now it's gone into Romania. Did you see that? Like a stray drone hit this morning. I think it was a stray Russian drone. Not my words. Hit a block of flats in Romania.
But they're still going at it. But it's not pub. You know, it's Israel, Iran, this hummus, this Strait of Hormuz is. I mean, I like carrots. I like cucumbers. You know, hummus. I can take or leave it. But I'm not gonna fight a war. I'm not gonna fight a war over the hummus. But the
But you're already suffering the consequences of a war being fought over it.
I don't
And especially
know.
your side of the world is going to
I
face
don't.
even more.
I
Your
don't
side of the
think.
world.
I don't think we. I don't think we are. I don't think we are. But it's used as an excuse. There's plenty of
For
fuel.
what?
Well, I don't know. I don't understand what the advantage of any of this is, and that's where AI is. But I'm happy to embrace AI. Japanese have been doing it for years. Let the robots in. But I've got a problem with children and these minds. How we never go. Just to get back to the first one, how do we overcome that? I don't
From
think
what, sorry?
the children with the cobalt and the mines and the slave labor.
No, that's I mean,
Because it's going to increase, surely. It's going to increase.
no. If your AI revolution comes in, then they can get rid of the mother with the baby on the back and put some, $50 humanoid robot digger, spider, dog, whatever the fucking shape they build it into. Yeah, that's gone, and they can do it more efficiently. But
Yeah.
the point, like, we had a discussion a while ago about like billionaires and like you're all for billionaires and blah 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 blah.
It's cap.
And
Well, just to say, it's about capital. It was about pure. It wasn't billionaires. It's just about capitalism, but pure
right,
capitalism, which we've never seen. We've never had. People are against capitalism, but we've never actually had capitalism. Is the point? I'm not about. I don't care about money.
ooh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I mean, when you're talking like late 17th, early 18th century, 19th century, there was, the golden age. There was some serious fucking pure capitalism involved there. Like corporations owned judges, politicians, every fucking part of the society, and that's why it eventually kind of fell apart because everybody realized what was going on. That is, for me, that's pure capitalism. And
So
capitalism, no,
like
capitalism,
beaver,
no,
beaver.
right. Capitalism is like a fucking horse, like the wild stud horse. Alexander. What was Alexander's horse called? Whatever his horse was, big fucking horse, wild. Nobody can control it. but it was an amazing horse, could conquer the world. But it needed reins on it, just not to fucking control, just hold it back when it was going to do something stupid. And that's what capitalism could be and should be. But like, if you don't have a little bit of control of it, like just to pull it back when it's getting a bit wild and starts thinking it's going to conquer the world, then capitalism can be a good thing. But that's not what it is. Capitalism, no. And billionaires, I don't mind billionaires. You can be a billionaire, but just prove to me that you became a billionaire the correct way. Okay? If you tell me you became a billionaire by people digging cobalt out the fucking ground with a newborn on the back or whatever other godforsaken like conditions people have to work in, Apple, what was that thing where they built the machines, the iPhones, and they had to put nets around the building because everyone kept jumping to try and kill them. So, okay, if you become a billionaire like that, no, that's not cool. Like, I'm going to tax you, audit you, and I'm going to fucking. Your company might be great. I'll keep the company alive as best I can, but if that's how you became a billionaire, then go fuck yourself. And if you become a billionaire and you didn't realize that's how you became a billionaire, or that was some sort of like part of the chain in the whole business, and then no, fuck you too. No, you have a price to pay, and if that's how you became billionaire, then that price is going to be high. I don't mind billionaires, just do it the right way. Don't fucking kill the middle class. Don't fucking take advantage of the working class. Don't take advantage of the poverty ridden. Like, try and, it's socialist or whatever, but fucking a rising tide rises all ships, right? So be the rising tide.
I
I
think
don't
that's
care if you're the biggest ship in the dock. You can have the biggest mast with the biggest fanciest sails and all the colours on it, but just be the fucking rising tide that builds all the ships up at the same time.
yeah. I have this issue with it, this might be quite niche, but Warren Buffett. Now, what negative things would you think about Warren, or the word Warren Buffett? What comes to mind other than being small and drinking Coke and eating McDonald's, eating the same?
I don't know. Honestly, about Warren Buffett, I don't know enough. I've seen a few bits about him.
Well, wouldn't you say people seem to gloat about what, like my boss? He worked for Warren Buffett. He worked for.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In what capacity?
Well, Warren Buffett bought the business that owned the business that he worked for. So everything then complete corporate, and then it's this is the Berkshire Hathaway way. But typically with Warren Buffett, I've always heard like glowing things, and how he does his Berkshire Hathaway. His Berkshire Hathaway, quarterly earnings. People fly to Idaho. I'm going to stick with Ohio. People fly to Idaho. And for a guy who doesn't know anything, he seems to have an encyclopedic knowledge of Charlie Munger.
I got a C in geography, I'll have you know.
C's get degrees. But
yes,
people are. I think people are.
So do dollars.
People get to. I'll have you know, when I got my doctorate at Trump University, it was
certified.
Huge. It was huge. Huge professor. I'm professor. Professor me is.
Greatest college in the world.
But when
That's all I'm trying to get. Best college ever.
everybody says this is the best university. I fall off at the end. It could be everybody. This is America. I'm standing.
Fraser, not Donald Trump.
Fraser, Dr. Fraser Crane.
You call him Mr. Tom. You call him Mr.
Tom. Now, Warren Buffett, I think people focus on the money, and that goes back to an earlier point about vices, gambling. You were talking about women, drugs.
I never said women. I never said women.
But people.
No, go on, hawk it out.
People focus on. I just had to say a small prayer then. People focus on the money and Warren Buffett, billionaire, blah, blah, blah. Well, he made most of his money on insurance companies, Coca-Cola, candy, and it's like, okay, billionaire, great. What about your kids? Well, there's a bunch of charities that are made up the directors of or whatever. They're, it's a tax thing. So they're running them. His kids are running the tax thing. Do you know where most of his wealth went to?
Oh.
It went to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. So he donated the majority. I'll say, I wasn't his accountant. I'll say 50%. Yeah, 50. It's a decent chunk. Fact check me.
Why do you think he did that?
Well, you've got this philanthropic thing and so on, but then, but then.
Sorry, it's philanthropic. Go on, carry on.
But then
you lost me there. But go.
Yeah, no, I agree. This is a thought experiment. But then Bill Gates, really? That's not a good guy.
I'm curious. Can I just pause a second there? Like, I'm curious why you're asking questions about Buffett and Gates. Like, nobody gives a fuck about those people except.
I think a lot of people do.
No. Except only people who follow financial markets actually give a shit about Warren Buffett or Bill Gates.
Yeah, you're talking about today's news is tomorrow fish and chip paper.
No. But I'm talking about you are almost like ignoring the fact that the sort of rising anger from everyday people is they don't care about Warren Buffett. They don't. They care about the fact.
I agree.
I agree. I agree. Like, we're worrying about like 30 to 40% increases in the food over the last like 3-4 years. You're looking at gas prices not doubling, but fucking close to doubling in the past 8 months.
Yes.
And my former company proudly, hilariously, in the most capitalist way, proudly told a bunch of technicians that they were going to give them a $100 subsidy one time, even though we've been paying fucking high. These guys are like pretty much private contractors. They pay their own gas day to day.
So that's a fuel compensation.
Exactly. They gave them a one-time, one-off $100, which is about half a tank of fucking gas at the current prices. And you should have seen it. Like, they were expecting, like, the bosses were expecting some sort of fucking round of applause, and they were met with just like complete fucking silence. and then had to stutter their ways. They're like, oh, we're looking at other ways to help you out, blah, 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 the way they fucking do. But they didn't, the sort of mind blowing arrogance and naivety to the situation is almost, I don't want to say it like as an attack, but what you're talking about, like no one gives a fuck about Warren Buffett and his fucking investments that he's done this week or that week or last week. They worry about the fact that they're fucking struggling to pay for a bag of rice.
Yeah.
They're worrying that they can't fill a fucking tank of gas up anymore to take their kids to school or pick them up.
Yeah.
Like, no one gives a fuck about Warren Buffett, or everyone is kind of coming up. Oh, most people with half a brain are coming into the intelligence that these people are fucking cunts, wall to wall cunts, and they've got a lot of money. Fantastic, you did well. But what you said was they are turning into not the 1% or the 0.1%. They are turning themselves into the 0.1%.
Yeah.
And then the tipping point and the arrogance of their behavior will be their downfall, because the tipping point always happens, and that is when the poor eat the rich. And I honestly, I'm not an anarchist, but I don't understand the way that we can keep going the way we keep going, because it feels like when you're trying to look out for your kids' future, like going back to the AI thing, I don't know what my kids are going to do for a job. I don't know what to even tell them to kind of direct them towards, because the next 3 to 5 years is going to be fucking chaotic. So no one gives a shit about Warren Buffett. Like, that guy's going to be dead in 3 years, 5 years, whatever. Maybe he's one of those like rich billionaires who loves to fucking try and do regeneration or that cunty shit. But eventually, they can do all that all they like. But eventually, the other 7.8 billion of us are going to turn around and say, hey, we're fucking hungry and you've got all the money. So we're going to eat. And guess what? You're the first one on the menu.
Is there an example of when the underclass have eaten the masses? Hang on,
Oh,
the underclass.
yeah, usually the French Revolution.
Yeah.
They kept killing people until they had to bring Napoleon to tell them to stop fucking killing people, because everybody who got in power they killed because he was bourgeois. That
But
will be.
But if you look at the
No,
time frame, that wasn't a short time frame. That's a lot. You know, you got French Revolution, and then it's not one day and it's done. You know, it's not one event and it's done.
no, it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years.
I would suggest longer, far longer. It didn't go from it didn't go from poverty to bountiful, and then you've got microcosms of areas. So, you know, these tribes who live in the jungle and so on, and they're happy living their life, and then they get discovered by explorers, and their life's turned upside down. You know, the Roman these empires, the Roman Empire and the Ottoman Empire and the they don't. I think to try and draw a line in the sand for a start and a finish and a date, and from this date forward they went from one meal a day to endless food. So it depends where you are in the in the pecking order. But yeah, you're right. The regular an average person probably doesn't know Warren Buffett or anything about him or what he is. But the people who, my point being was about the fascination with money and again with the greed thing. And
My
it's
fascination with it?
no, just general as human nature. Just a
So
vice.
what are you arguing that greed? Are you going greed is good?
No. It's just a point that Warren Buffett is often he is often. I mean, not if you sit down and you just watch sports and you don't. Yeah, I mean, anecdotally, one of my hobbies is thinking. I enjoy thinking. I enjoy a good think, and my impression is the average Joe doesn't really think. It's more animalistic. I eat now, I sleep now. This is my route. I be here then, and
Okay. Well, yeah, yeah.
so.
Carry on, carry on.
Well, I mean, I did get earmarked having some kind of AI fascination, which I don't do, It's more on.
You posted no. I'm saying you posted AI.
It's. I'm well. I mean, we both agree that we're going to live in the woods in the cabin. And the point of that was if you've got two choices, are you going to be in the cabin in the woods and that's it, or are you going to be in the cabin with the woods with Starlink? So it's the same.
You can say that metaphor like so many ways.
No, well, it's the same.
Like
You've got
what are you trying to say? You're trying to say like what that we
that's your
should
choice. That's your
ignore
choice.
rich people.
No, well, it's back to the Luddite. No, it's just back to the Luddite thing. Are you going to
it's
be?
not like
Are you going to be in the? Are you
the
going to be in the cabin? And are you going to be in the cabin in the woods, or are you going to be in the cabin in the woods with the Starlink? So, because I'm going to choose the one with the internet. Not that I'm going to be sitting there.
yeah, but
Not
you've already decided. Yeah, but you've already decided. There's a predetermined. We have to go this way. We have to go that way. And there's two
no,
camps we're going to go in. No, you just
no,
did. You just said
no.
I'm going to be in the cabin with the guy with the Starlink. I'm
That's my
saying I'm
that's
going to
my
be.
choice.
I'm saying there's a third cabin, right? There's a third cabin where the guy in the Starlink and the Luddites are both in there, and they've negotiated a good way to move society onwards. And
Um,
it's not that we're enemies. We don't have to be like enemies. Like, and you already said like, oh, I'm going with the fucking Starlink guy. Okay, I'm saying no. Let's build a third cabin. Let's have like you can build this amazing empire, this amazing industry, but let's do it in a way that we don't have to fucking have this level of greed. You don't have
yes,
to have.
I agree with you. I agree with you, and that's why,
But, but there, yeah,
that's why Bitcoin. That's why you should Bitcoin. That's why you should buy some Bitcoin. That's the third cabin.
on that point, I'm going for a drink.
That's the third cabin. The third cabin. I mean,
No,
if I
like,
can just bring it back. Hang on a second. If I can just bring it back if I can just bring it back one step. This third cabin
well,
sounds terrible as a very very light sleeper and a mouse wakes me up. The amount of people you've got in this third cabin who I'm looking after is going to
well,
be
that's
quite
okay because in this thing, oh, give me a sec.
that that sounds
Pause.
stress. That sounds stressful. What's happening? Can you hear me? Or have you finished? Let's have a intermission.
No wonder you got no subscribers. Fucking hell.
Okay. Now,
Oh, wait there. I'm gonna just
book.
talk to the top of my head for fucking 30 minutes.
Can I say the word Bucephalus to you? Bucephalus. Huh?
I don't know what it means.
That's the horse of Alexander the Great.
Say it again.
Bucephalus.
No, you're not saying that right.
How the horse was Alexander the Great, wasn't it?
Spell it.
Pardon?
Spell it.
It's got three spellings. Bucephalus.
Nah, that wasn't it.
Bucephalus was the legendary warhorse of Alexander the Great, according to
The
ancient
Greek.
sources.
Give me the Greek. Give me the Greek.
The Greek.
Yeah.
It's like Bukephalos. Alexander the Greek, he's saying.
I can't get my phone because I'm talking to you on my phone. Anyway, let's keep this short. Keep this short. I don't want to talk about Alexander the Great's horse. And it wasn't what you said.
You mentioned it before and you couldn't remember the name of the horse.
Yeah, and then you spent 20 minutes doing some market trade while I'm sat here like 11. Anyway, get to the point of the conversation because it's going to end soon.
It wasn't. This has gone downhill rapidly.
Rapidly, mate. Since you like stared at bloody your crotch for 20 minutes, expecting me to sit here like a lemon, yeah. I got better things to do. I could be eating.
Where's this coming from? Where's this coming from? We had a quick intermission, and then you.
Intermission.
We haven't talked about child labour yet.
Naps quick in that intermission.
We haven't talked about child labour. Did we solve that? The child labour?
We didn't change child labour because of the way economies are set up now. Require child labour, as every economy, industrialized economy, is required for centuries. So again, just at the risk of repeating myself, if you can prove you got there economically, ethically, by all means, go crazy. Be the billionaire, be a multi-billionaire, be a trillionaire.
I'm interested. Aren't you interested in breaking the cycle?
In what way are you suggesting breaking the cycle?
Bitcoin.
With Bitcoin. Bitcoin, yeah, because Bitcoin's going to take over. Bitcoin's going to take over the governments, right? They're going to allow
it won't do. No, it won't do.
All those established banks, financial institutions, which is basically what governments are.
Yeah.
They're going to allow a cryptocurrency to grow wild and undercut them and take over their business. Are they fucked? They've already got, as in China, digital currency, right?
Yuan, yeah.
How long, Western world? How long? You tell me. You're full of questions, so let's see if you got any answers. How long before the Western civilization gets done by the same thing? Like how long before we have the Chinese version of like WePay or
it's there now. It's there now.
Yeah, well, virtually, yeah. But before we had like,
if you take
you're not allowed to go on vacation anymore because you didn't do enough like hours
Yeah.
credited to your
Yeah.
social credits. What are we doing? How long?
Yeah. I like that example where you go to your butcher, forget the supermarket, you go to the butcher, you know him, Dave. You're a butcher, skilled butcher for years. And you go to the butcher, not the supermarket, and you buy your meat, you go to pay, and then you've had your 30 grams allocated this week.
Yeah.
You can't. You cross the
That sounds
street.
like BC.
You cross the street, nothing's coming. Cross the street, the next thing you get in a ping on your phone. You've just been invoiced because you've jaywalked, and the council. The UK and Europe, like the most CCTV'd place in the world, and they can't seem to solve a crime. So, what about the escape hatch? What about the yellow submarine or the orange submarine is what I'm suggesting.
You totally didn't answer the question I asked.
Well, I'm posing it back to you.
No, well, that's like a politician. You're the AI supremacist. You're the Peter Thiel fanboy. The Elon Musk cheerleader, the Sam Altman fucking blowjob giver, ball tickler, right? Give it to me, like you
I'm not
tell
a
me.
fan. I'm not actually a fan of any of those people that you've mentioned. No, I'm not a fan of any of those. You'll find me in the woods and of an evening I might have an episode of Frasier, Dr. Frasier Crane. I'm listening. I'm listening. Good night, Seattle. We love you. Yeah. I might have reruns of Ziggy, Quantum Leap.
Okay.
Sam, I'm going to be watching Sam and Ziggy, Quantum Leap.
No. I'm going to ask you a serious question. Okay. Is the world that you envisage, like the next 10 to 15 years, is it going to be better than the world that we grew up in?
It's going to be different.
No. Such a fucking political answer. Like, is it going to be better? Is it going to be like? Can I?
Parents,
like,
it can be. It can be. It can be. It can be. Yes.
It can be. Yeah. Yeah. And you know the truth. You know the truth. It's not the next.
No, it can be. It can be. I'm an optimist. I'm an optimist.
And he's a fucking Timu teddy bear. It's not unless they have like an actual idea. Like this next decade, I don't mind like technological revolution, whatever. But as long as the people who are in charge have a plan on how to, it's not going to be that way.
Okay. I think
it's not going to be. You Warren Buffets, you fucking
yes.
Musks, you fucking Gates. They're not people you should look up to.
Correct. I agree. I agree.
They're not like the people you should maybe take advice from because they have a lot of expertise in certain areas. But like from a moral point of view, and I'm not a religious person, and I'm not a God fearing person, but I know and I've read enough about it that if they're the fucking first in line at Gabriel's gates, then God will fucking cast them down to the depths of hell in the first blink of an eye season. They are the fucking most evil people in the world. And whether you're evil by accident, it doesn't count. You just, no. You can't say, I was trying to build a better world whilst knowing I was standing on people's heads and suffocating them. Nah, it doesn't work like that. Sorry.
I agree. I agree.
You don't, though. You don't.
I
Because you
do.
believe in the... No,
I don't.
no,
I
no.
don't. I
No,
don't. You're putting words in
morally
my...
you do. Morally you do.
No, you're putting words in my mouth. Everything you've said, I've agreed with. And you went down the road of basically we should study these people, which I very well agree with. They should be studied.
And kept in a cage.
Well, you want
And
to...
occasionally prod them for an idea with like a sharp electrical power that like gets them to talk a bit. But yeah, go on.
Is it
That's right.
this electrical power prod? Is this got low carbon credit? Is this
Exactly.
got a low world footprint for...
It's a Leo DiCaprio guaranteed. I haven't flown here by private jet to condescend everybody with how this, the carbon footprint is destroying the world.
This
Yeah.
this torture device is
Sponsored.
ethical. Is this torture device ethical? Everything you've said, you've got me wrong. You've got me wrong. You've got me wrong. You've got me as some...
I haven't got you wrong.
Well, you've accused me of being a Bill Gates loving... You've got me on Epstein Island.
No, I don't. Not at all. And you know I don't.
And Bill,
you know I don't have that.
And a Bill Gates fanboy and an Elon Musk fanboy, and I'm not. But there's a guy called Gary Cadrone. Do you know Gary Cadrone?
Yeah.
You do? What do you think?
Yeah.
Louisiana boy. I mean, from your initial reaction, I can see you're impressed. What do you think of him?
Wait, say your name again.
Gary Cadrone.
That's the guy. That's the guy who does kind of TikTok. I've raised millions of dollars in business. Dude.
That sounds like him. Yeah, real estate. But he's just found Jesus.
Oh, okay.
Did I say Jesus? Did I say Jesus? I meant Bitcoin. He's just found Bitcoin.
I don't think we're talking about the same person.
There's a Cadrone family, and he runs an empire. It's
empire. Does he run an empire?
Retail.
I've never heard of this empire. What city is he sacked? Has he marched on Jerusalem?
Many cities.
He's not an empire.
I think
he's a shoe shining salesman.
I think we'll carry on another occasion. You should really look into Bitcoin, but we never got there. We got the name of the horse, but you rejected that one. And Rob, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
We went down many avenues. We scratched many itches.
You better bet your bottom dollar Bitcoin's here to stay.